Target is now rapidly losing business after the company announced it was getting rid of its DEI program in order to appease the Trump administration. This is according to Placer, a company that tracks foot traffic, and they found that since Target made this decision to scrap their DEI initiatives, the company has seen an on average weekly 6.2% decline in foot traffic. So not only is Target suffering for bending the knee to Donald Trump, but this company Placer also found that Costco, a company that maintained its DEI programs and stood up to Donald Trump, has seen an increase in foot traffic over the past 13 weeks. So what's the lesson to be learned here? The lesson is that if you don't go woke, you go broke. And Target just found that out. Let's keep it going.
If you are looking for a piece of joy today, I would highly encourage you to go to Target's page on TikTok because they are getting flamed and I live. So I guess this 40 days, I mean, my boycott was forever. But apparently Target, y'all done pissed the girls off, child. They said that y'all broke up forever. They said, we are never, ever, ever getting back together. You go talk to your friends, talk to Costco, talk to me. They're like, Target, turn your comments off. Turn them off, please. Lord, somebody, send a life vest. Whew.
They just said Target lost $1 billion after DEI boycott. I love that. Sensational.
Hello guys, and welcome to the Joy Report. In today's video, we're going to talk about how Target is continuing to lose billions following its stance on DEI. So Target thought it could play both sides, huh? 1 minute, they're waving the DEI flag, championing inclusion and diversity, and the next, they're caving in under pressure from conservatives and gutting the very policies that made people feel seen and respected. But guess what? It backfired big time because you don't gain conservative customers by betraying your loyal liberal ones. Target showed their true colors, and now the boycott is hitting hard. Sales are down, foot traffic is drying up, shareholders are suing, and the numbers don't lie. Turns out, DEI was good for business after all. Welcome to another FAFO moment. If this is the kind of content you enjoy, please consider subscribing, liking and sharing so that YouTube may recommend it to a wider audience. And so now, without further ado guys, let's go straight into this video. But first, let me play you a few videos on this matter and I'll come back with my commentary. As a side note, all credit goes to the creators of these videos.
I got to show you something pretty dramatic. Take a look. This is wild. Look at this. That is Target's stock. It has had 10 consecutive weeks of decline. It's the longest losing streak in Target's history. It is unquestionably a dramatic impact that the breakup, the boycott is having on Target. 10 consecutive weeks of stock decline. It's a devastating impact to Target. And obviously this is huge. But this is once again point and proof that we cannot back down from our values. It is succeeding and it's having an impact. It's having a massive impact.
Target ass didn't even wait 7 days calling meetings, deliberate nothing. As soon as they got the green light to move and shake, how they secretly been wanting to move and throw all that progressive shit out the window, baby, they sent the memo the next day. They move so crazy. It's one thing if you like these other private companies that's being pressed by the administration and you folded under pressure. They ain't even have to pressure y'all. The pressure was not even worse yet. You immediately folded. If that's the reason why y'all really can't get forgave, Target, for real.
Target has been struggling a lot lately, and the latest numbers are not helping anything. Target suffers 8th week of foot traffic losses since caving on DEI. Costco, which resisted demands to end DEI, extended its streak of foot traffic gains to 13 weeks. Now, Target's problems began when it suffered from boycotts from conservatives. And recently, as it's been trying to back out of politics and appease those same conservatives, it decided to roll back its DEI initiative. But in doing so, it ended up angering liberals who are now also boycotting Target. In a March 4 earnings call, when it reported 3.1% Q4 loss and a non-specified sales decline in February, Target executives were bullish about the Easter assortment boosting its business. But if it has, so far, it's not reflected in the foot traffic data. What may have taken the spring out of the Easter Bunny's hop for Target is a 40-plus day boycott coinciding with Lent, so ending on Easter, spearheaded by black clergy, for which more than 150,000 have signed up, exceeding the organizers' stated goal of 100,000 signatures. Target played the political game and lost to such a degree that everyone is angry at them and boycotting. Liberals and conservatives have never been more divided, and yet they are both agreeing that Target sucks and you should not shop there. And this has caused their stock to plummet by 41% over the last year, and coming off of their high in 2021, they're down 60%.
Target, one of the most popular department stores in America, is suffering financially after a 40-day boycott started due to this DEI pushback. You can see Donald Trump said that businesses no longer had to follow those mandates, and certain companies immediately reduced its impact on their company structure, and Target was one of them. And a lot of African American people said now they no longer wanted to support Target, and we're seeing an increase right now in Costco's business, because people are saying don't go to Target, go to Costco, and it's creating this thing now where Target's actually getting less sales. And we're going to see some more stuff happen with Target, because we just seen the CEO say that this tariff business with Mexico, because we depend on produce from Mexico in the winter, we might see the price of produce and Target even go up. So a double impact now.
Back in January of 2025, Target made the bold and baffling move to quietly scale back its DEI initiatives. Instead of standing firm, Target caved, and not in a subtle way either. Target eliminated its DEI initiative. To most, this looked like a betrayal, especially black and brown communities who've supported the brand for years. The very groups that once felt empowered walking into a Target store were now left questioning their value to the company. DEI isn't just about optics, it's about people, and Target fumbled that hard. Now, let's talk about the boycott, because it wasn't just a random online call to action. It was coordinated, it was strategic, and it hit where it hurts, the wallet. It started with a one-day boycott on February 28, and the drop in store visits was immediate. Foot traffic fell by 10.7% that day compared to the average of the 5 previous Fridays. You'd think that would be enough to raise alarms internally, but nope. On March 6th, a 40-day boycott began, launched during the Lent season by faith leaders like Pastor Jamal Bryant. This wasn't just symbolic, it was intentional. Target had walked away from their DEI commitments, and in doing so, they walked away from the communities that helped build their brand. Let's break down the numbers, because they paint a brutal picture. In Q4 of 2024, Target's total revenue dropped from $31.9 billion to $30.9 billion. That's a $1 billion loss in just one quarter. And this wasn't because of random economic factors. Bad weather and inflation were mentioned, sure, but let's not play games. The consumer backlash was a direct response to Target retreat from DEI. Looking closer at shopper behavior, visits from black consumers fell by 6.2%, Hispanic shoppers down by 6.1%, Asian Americans down 4.2%, and even white shoppers, yes, even them, cut back by 3.5%. Across the board, people started walking away.
So, who's gonna go tell Target that we don't mess around? We don't mess around, and we all got the assignment right. So Target lost $12.5 billion since we started boycotting Target, and since they removed the DEI. Can you believe that? And also, their comment sessions, they turn them off because they're fed up with everybody making fun of Target and everybody just commenting of how they're passing by Target to go to Costco and how much they love Costco, because we all love Costco, right? But it's just so funny. Like, they don't even want to hear from their customers anymore, because why would they turn off their comments?
Target's stock price has also reflected the fallout. In January of 2025, it was at $162. By March, it had fallen to $156, a 3.5% drop that wiped out millions in market value. And if that wasn't enough, here comes the legal drama. In February of 2025, Target got hit with a shareholder lawsuit led by the City of Riviera Beach Police Pension Fund. The claim, that Target misled investors about the risk of its DEI strategies and then botched the response when conservative backlash came rolling in. The lawsuit says it plain and simple. Target concealed the potential for backlash, tried to sweep the controversy under the rug, and then made things worse by reacting in panic instead of purpose. Now shareholders are holding them accountable, and rightly so. Even if Target tried to walk it back now and reinstall the DEI policies, it will be too late. The trust is gone. The loyalty is broken. And as many former customers are saying, even if they bring it all back, it will just be performative. They already showed their true colors. Because what Target really did was tell people that inclusion was optional, that it could be dropped the second it became inconvenient. Because that's not how this works. DEI isn't a seasonal marketing stunt. It's a commitment. It's a value system. And when you betray those values, people remember.
So over the past 8 weeks, Target's been feeling it because of the decline in foot traffic and, you know, people boycotting because of the DEI. They've been feeling it. Foot traffic has been down. Money's been down. Stock prices are going down. So what does Target say they're going to do? That's what y'all going to do. Y'all going to drop a collaboration knowing we love a good collab. We love a good collab. And just before Easter, it's dropping April 12th. Like, I'm not supposed to get none of this?
Let's be clear. Target made a bet. They thought they could calm the noise from the far right by backing off DEI. And in doing so, they forgot where their base was. The truth is, you don't gain conservative customers by betraying your liberal ones. The folks calling for DEI rollbacks were never your core shoppers. They weren't the ones buying your inclusive brands, supporting your black-owned partnerships, or filling carts with pride-themed gear. So now, Target is stuck. The right still isn't shopping there, and the left, they're gone too. All that's left is an identity crisis and a shrinking customer base. And you want to know who didn't fold? Costco. They held the line, they didn't back down on DEI, and now people are shifting their loyalty. Costco reputation is growing, their customers feel seen, and the brand is thriving while Target scrambles to find out who they are. It's not rocket science. People want to support businesses that stand for something. When a company takes a stance and sticks to it, it builds trust, even when there's backlash. But when a company flip-flops, that's when people walk away. Target made the mistake of thinking DEI was just a trend. But turns out it was good for business. When people saw themselves reflected in store displays, in hiring practices, in brand messaging, they felt welcome, they felt loyal, and they spent money. But the moment Target ditched that money dried up. So here's the hard truth. Diversity wasn't the problem. Cowardice was. Target didn't stand by its people, and now it's paying the price. Financially, culturally, and legally. This is what happens when you underestimate the power of community, when you think black spending power doesn't matter, when you think you can discard inclusion like last season's inventory. You find out Target's fall from grace isn't just a business story, it's a moral story. It's a reminder that people are watching, and when a company reveals who they are, customers believe them. The boycott is working. The numbers show it. The foot traffic proves it. And the lawsuit confirms it. Target thought it could slide under the radar, but they forgot. DEI wasn't a liability. It was a lifeline.
So we're never going back to Target, right? Even if they reinstalled their DEI policies, we're never going back. They showed their true colors. If they did, that would just be performative bullshit.
So what do you all think? Did Target deserve this fallout? Would you go back if they reinstated DEI? Or is it too little, too late? Let me know down in the comments. I would love to keep this discussion going. Otherwise, that's it from me. I also have another video about a MAGA man who is now losing his business. And if you enjoy such kind of content, please click up here and enjoy. Also, consider subscribing, liking, and sharing because it helps me grow my channel. But for now, thank you so much for watching. And until the next time, the Joy Report out.